The universe has spoken.
Philippines!
Congratulations to Rabia Mateo, Miss Universe Top 21 finalist.
I live in a country where there's a lot of poor family, and education is our social equalizer.
Itinaas mo ang bandila ng Pilipinas. You will always be our queen.
The following program is rated G. It is suitable for all audiences.
Mabuhay! Normalista! I am Mary Leona Luz A. Cabo, venturing into the hottest bulletin around the world. Join us and discover the truth with new dimensions. This is Normalista Sports Patrol, your trusted program on TV, broadcasting the reality. For the headlines, Taekwondo chronology at Asia Museum, exclusive. Equipments of Taekwondo, live reveal. List of institutions of Taekwondo around the world. Taekwondo uniform classifications, exclusive. And for Proudly Pinoy, Normalista students demonstrate the basic skills of Taekwondo. Taekwondo chronology at Asia Museum, an exclusive report by Rihanna Marie Gadaingan. Rihanna?
Yes, Leona, the history of Taekwondo will now be revealed. But let me define first Taekwondo. It is composed of 3 words as shown in the English spelling, though it is one word in Korean. Tae means foot or strike with foot, Kwon means hand or strike with hand, and Do means discipline, art, or way. Taekwondo is a Korean systematic traditional martial art which teaches more than kicking and punching. It is a disciplined sport which improves our life skills and our body in both mentally and physically. Today, Taekwondo has become an international reputation and stands as an official Olympic sport worldwide. Taekwondo is considered as an art of self-defense. Taekwondo can be characterized by the unity of mind, body, and life, and the unity of palm safe. When you do Taekwondo, you should make your mind peaceful and concentrate on your movements. I'm Rihanna Marie Gadaingan, reported the definition of Taekwondo. And to give us more details about the history of Taekwondo, here is Princess Dusana and Mila Rose Makasan. Princess, Mila Rose?
Yes, Rihanna. The history of Taekwondo. The earliest records of martial arts practiced in Korea date back to about 50 BC. During this time, Korea was divided into 3 kingdoms. Silja was founded in the Gyeongju Plain in 57 BC, Kogoryo founded in the Yalu River Valley in 37 BC, and Pekche founded in the southwestern area of the Korean peninsula in 18 BC. Taekyon is considered as the earliest known form of Taekwondo. Evidence that martial arts were being practiced at the time can be found in the tombs where well paintings show 2 men fighting. This painting will be reported by Mila Rose.
Yes, Princess. In the painting, showed unarmed people using techniques that are very similar to ones used by Taekwondo today.
Thank you, Princess and Mila Rose. Now, to introduce to us or to give us the details about the main proponent or the one who discovered Taekwondo, here is Dimples Assis. Dimples?
Yes, Rihanna. General Choi Hyung-hee was a South Korean army general and martial artist who was widely acknowledged as the founder of Taekwondo, a martial art that began in Korea and spread rapidly to community centers and storefronts around the United States. He was born on November 9, 1918 in Myeongchang, North Korea, and he finished his studies at the University of Tokyo. He has 3 children named Choi Jung-hwa, Choi Sunny, and Choi Mi-yeon. Choi Hyung-hee died on June 15, 2002 in Pyongyang, North Korea at the age of 83. I am Dimples Crucialities from Normalista Sports Patrol.
Thank you, Rihanna. Up next, equipments of Taekwondo. Live reveal. Stay tuned at Normalista Sports Patrol.
Patuloy pa rin ang laban natin sa COVID-19. And together, we can beat the solusyon.
B. Bawal walang mask.
I. Isanitize sa mga kamay. Iwas hawak sa mga bagay.
D. Dumistansya ng 1 metro.
A. Alamin ang totoong impormasyon tungkol sa COVID-19.
Protektahan natin ang sarili at mga mahal sa buhay.
BIDA. Be the solusyon sa COVID-19.
Welcome back to Normalista Sports Patrol. Equipments of Taekwondo. Live reveal. Maria May Mendaño, take it away.
Yes, Leona. Now I'll introduce the different types of equipment in Taekwondo. The first, body protector, chest guard, and body shield. In sparring and training, body protector and chest guard are the central piece of the protective kit. A chest guard or body protector usually covers the chest, stomach, and legs, protecting from the strike. Taekwondo headgear protects against cuts, skips, and drilling during the training or sparring. Taekwondo headgear is typically made by vinyl or gift hung on the wristlet by the chain strap. It's the contained pins designed for better ventilation and tearing. Forearm guard, an equipment used to the forearm region used to minimize the damage done to this area of the ankles. Equipment used to minimize the damage done to the groin area. Equipment that is not allowed in Taekwondo fight in that area or on purpose. A mouth guard protective device for the mouth that covers teeth and gums to prevent reduced injury that eats lips and gums. Groin guard, an equipment used to minimize the damage done to the groin area. Keeping in mind that it's not allowed to take on the fight to hit that area on purpose. Protecting your feet from rusting and breakage can be crucial and decent wear. Taekwondo foot guard is a essential piece of kit. Taekwondo gloves will protect fingers and knuckles from injury. The first and most obvious benefit that quality Taekwondo equipment safety of offers a partner as well as any other training partners. While martial are generally considered safe but supervised properly, there is always a chance for getting hurt while training. So that is for my report. Back to you, Leona.
Coming up, institutions of Taekwondo around the world. Stay tuned, Normalista.
This is the new normal of traveling.
Ma'am, sir, kalat niyo ho?
Where spectacular beachfronts are your own private island, far from the madding crowd.
Unsay crowd? Walang crowd, oy!
Commune with paradise in the crystal clear blue waters or on the outer white sand.
Beach volleyball tayo!
Sino yan? Paano siya pumipito?
Watching na lang pala.
Ma'am, sir, marshal po ako. Bawal po sa beach yung hindi nag-PPDA. Kailangan po ng at least one basketball player apart. Gets nyo?
Ha? Paano namin maaalala yan? Lagyan nyo kaya ng sign.
Wow ha, canceled na lahat ng fun? Of course not. You're free to chase all kinds of exhilarating experiences.
Basta po may PDA.
Kung ikaw ang i-PDA ko.
Accelerating experiences you say. Gaya ng
Kayaking, running on the beach, banana floating, banana boating. Just remember PDA.
Water cycling, sand castling, jamming.
As long as there's face masking.
bisikleta, jetpacking, coconut watching,
Influencing. Responsible shell picking.
water betting.
Synchronized swimming, pwede?
Yes, you could even do it in a pool.
May pool?
There are a million precious memories to make, like tanning.
Ang ganda ng tan lines mo, te. Seryoso? Kayo rin? Enjoy, guys! Travel safe!
Mabuhay!
Pag naglalakbay!
Have a safe trip, Pinas!
Welcome back, Normalista, institutions of Taekwondo around the world. Michelle Loyola for the report.
In this part of our news, our reporters will discuss about the different organizations in Taekwondo. The organization that I have mentioned will be further discussed by our reporters, Jenny, Julie Marie, Sharina, Judy, and Romani.
Yes, Michelle. These organizations such as ITF, ATA, and World Taekwondo are the three main organizations regulating in Taekwondo. These organizations are extremely credible. They have different purposes. World Taekwondo is renowned for its involvement in international competitions, primarily in Olympics. The International Taekwondo Federation emphasizes on traditional Taekwondo approach developed by General Choi, whereas the American Taekwondo Association is a blend of both World Taekwondo and International Taekwondo Federation, which emphasizes on the overall development of the practitioner. And that has been its purpose. This is Jenny Laudenia from Normalista Sport Patrol. Back to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Jenny Laudenia. Now let's proceed to other reporters, Sharina, Romani, Judy, and Julie Marie.
Yes, Michelle. International Taekwondo Federation, or ITF, is a taekwondo organization founded on March 22, 1966 by General Choi Hong-hee in Seoul, South Korea. The ITF exists to promote and encourage the growth of Korean martial art of taekwondo. After the South Korean government abandoned the ITF, the government established the World Taekwondo Federation to continue the mission of Taekwondo's globalization. After the South Korean government abandoned the ITF, the government established the World Taekwondo Federation to continue the mission of Taekwondo's globalization. Once General Choi Hong-hee was exiled out of South Korea, he returned to North Korea and introduced the organization, which settled there. In 2021, the ITF Congress voted for General Choi Hong-hee as president for 4 years of the 6-year term, then for his son Choi Jong-hwa to serve as president for the remaining 2 years. This was overturned, whether legally or illegally is disputed, by General Choi, causing a rift between himself and his son. Choi Jung-hwa split away from his father, created another organization which Choi Jung-hwa claimed to be the true ITF. There are 24 patterns in the official ITF syllabus. This is symbolic of the 24 hours in a day. The ITF ranking system consists of 6 solid color belts: white, yellow, green, blue, red, and black. ITF's main function are to coordinate and approve tournaments and seminars, set standards for teaching the patterns, sparring, destruction, collaborate with affiliated member organizations and service members in regards to rank and certifications. And that's for the ITF organization, and this has been Jarina Mirapon, your Normalista Sports Patrol. Romami will be reporting about the World Taekwondo. Romami?
Yes, Jarina May, the second organization of Taekwondo is what we call World Taekwondo. It is the international federation governing the sports of Taekwondo. It was established on May 28, 1973, but before it was named as World Taekwondo in 2017, it was named first as World Taekwondo Federation. World Taekwondo has 11 different colors of belt, from lowest to highest, and they are the following: white, yellow, orange, green, purple, blue, blue with a black stripe, brown with a black stripe, red, junior black belt, and black. And that's all for the second organization of Taekwondo. And this has been Romamiros, your Normalista Sports. The third organization will be reported by Judy Ann.
ATA Martial Arts, or American Taekwondo Association, is the organization with the least affiliation in the world, but it has great dominance in the United States. ATA color belts from white, orange, yellow, camouflage, green, purple, blue, brown, red, and black.
Yes, Judy Ann. The three main organizations regulating Taekwondo are the International Taekwondo Federation, World Taekwondo, and the ATA Martial Arts. The ITF serves as an institution where students may learn the art of Taekwondo. World Taekwondo is a Taekwondo governing body that focuses on rules and regulations of Taekwondo competitions. The ATA Martial Arts aims to teach students to put moves into combinations, focus their techniques at a specific target, learn distancing, and gain self-control. The major difference between the forms stems from the characteristics. ITF is self-defense oriented, WTF is sport-oriented, whereas ATA is self-improvement oriented. That is it for the organizations of Taekwondo.
Thank you, Michelle. Up next, Taekwondo Uniform Classification, exclusive, when Normalista Sports Patrol returns. Taekwondo Uniform Classification, an exclusive report by Jude Bryle Baclayo. Hey Jude, show it off!
Hello everyone! Right now we will be discussing about the different classifications of Taekwondo uniforms. First is we're going to talk about the dubok.
There are uniform classifications in Taekwondo. The first one is dubok. The do means way, bok means robe or training clothes. It is the uniform worn by Taekwondo practitioners, serves as an identity of the sport. During the formative years of Taekwondo, the dubok was completely white with the crossover front jacket. However, in the 1970s, to distinguish the ranking of black belt from the color belt practitioners, the uniform was altered by adding black trim to the V-shaped collar, while green in black trim was appended to the pum or junior black belt uniform. The said uniform entails pride and self-confidence for practitioner who wear it. The uniform and its color belts identifies the degree of skill and cultural education attained. It is also symbolizes the heritage and traditions of Taekwondo. Grades and degrees indicated by the color of the belt create incentive and preserve humility. Hence, it must be kept clean and in good repair to project the right image. Soiled, creased, and ostentatiously decorated uniforms are not consistent to the discipline of the sport, while dirty uniforms are unhygienic. Crumpled ones reflect laziness and indifference. Uniforms with all kinds of decorations are not normally associated with humility. The pants are fitted loosely and comfortably to provide free movement. The length extends to the ankle. The color of the pants is also white. White for the upper garment in pants signifies purity. The belt about 4 cm in width and long enough to go round the body twice is wrapped about the waist and knotted in front. The 2 ends of the belt are about the middle of the thigh. Each color indicates the level of proficiency reached by the practitioner. Although the belt system has changed slightly over the year, the STF has decided to stick what was recommended by the Technical Committee after their study mission in various Asian countries in 1982. Color white for grade 10 to 1 holders. The second one is half black and half red for junior pum belt holders. The third one is black for dan holders.
Thank you so much. And right now let's talk about the Pomsei uniform. For Pomsei, WT or Kukkiwan style Taekwondo Pomsei uniforms use a traditional Y-neck crossover jacket that closes towards the right side of the body. This jacket is similar to older style Taekwondo doboks or Japanese dob. For gap ranks, the color of the pants are white, while pom and dan ranks have colored pants and color depending on the practitioner's gender and rank. High dan practitioners to 7 dan and up, and the older masters are allowed to use golden colored jackets instead of the usual white colored jackets. All style of Taekwondo wear similar long pants. Higher ranking black belts may have black stripes down on the legs. ITF style uniforms will sometimes have ITF lettering down the leg. Thank you very much. And right now, let's go to Taekwondo belting.
For the Taekwondo belting, first is the white belt. A test is not required for the white belt, but in order to move on to the next rank, one first has to achieve the white belt with yellow stripes. The test requires the individual to carry out a predetermined pattern as well as go through the 3-step and 1-step sparring process with another Taekwondo practitioner.
He also has to be able to defend himself against holds and be able to successfully break free using either kicks or blows. It typically takes around 2 to 3 months for an individual to proceed to the white with yellow stripe belt. Second is the yellow belt. The test for promotion to a yellow belt is similar to the test I was mentioned earlier, but with a different pattern and the breaking of boards with both hands and feet. It takes roughly 2 to 3 months of training before one can take the test. From yellow, you can proceed to the yellow with green stripe belt. While all the promotion tests are largely the same, the test from yellow to yellow with green requires to go through a different pattern from the previous test, as well as breaking a 2-inch board with the hand and 1-inch board with the feet. Additionally, 1-step sparring is required. The third is the green belt. From yellow with green stripes to a solid green belt, the player has to do a test with another pattern along with a 1-step spar and a freestyle spar. In addition, he also has to break through 2-inch boards with both his hands and feet, as well as demonstrate an ability to defend himself. To earn the green with blue stripes belt, you must practice another pattern and defend yourself against both holds and clubs. In addition, the player has to break a 2-inch board with his hands and a 1-inch board using a jump kick. As with the other tests, he has to undertake the 1-step sparring and free sparring. The move from green to green with stripes requires around 4 months of training before a test can be taken.
Number 4. Blue. The test to attain the blue belt is similar to that of the green with stripes, except for the induction of a different pattern and addition of 2-step sparring. Besides that, one must demonstrate the breaking of 2-inch board with a punch and 1-inch board with a turning kick. All of this typically takes 4 months to achieve. To achieve the blue with red stripe belt requires finesse, as the individual needs to defend against holds, clubs, and knives, as well as multiple unarmed opponents. He also has to break 2-inch board with a punch and a turning kick. It takes 5 months from the blue belt to achieve this. Number 5. Red. Along with a different pattern, the test for the red belt replaces the 2-step sparring with multiple free sparring. He also has to break a 3-inch board with any kick, while all the elements of the test remains the same. From red, there is the red and black stripe belt. The test is identical to the red belt, except with a different pattern and the need to break 2 3-inch boards. It takes 5 months to train for this. And number 6, black. The highest rank achievable, the black belt test requires a lot of work. 1 pattern, 1-step sparring, 2-step sparring, free sparring, and multiple free sparring. You must also be able to defend against holds, clubs, knives, and unarmed opponents, as well as break 2 3-inch board with any kicks or blows. To get to this stage, it requires at least 9 months of training after one has completed the red and black stripe belt.
Thank you so much for that. And right now, let's go to our last topic, which is the Taekwondo terminologies.
Korean terms 1. General terms. Uniform.
도복, 도복.
School.
도장, 도장.
Commands. Attention.
차렷, 차렷.
Bow.
경례, 경례.
Bow to the master.
사범님께 경례, 사범님께 경례.
Bow to the instructor.
선배님께 경례, 선배님께 경례.
Bow to the flags.
국기에 대하여 경례, 국기에 대하여 경례.
Counting. 1.
하나, 하나.
2.
둘, 둘.
3.
셋, 셋.
4.
넷, 넷.
5.
다섯, 다섯.
6.
여섯, 여섯.
7.
일곱, 일곱.
8.
여덟, 여덟. 9,
아홉, 아홉,
10.
열, 열,
Techniques: front snap kick,
앞차기, 앞차기,
roundhouse kick,
돌려차기, 돌려차기,
side kick,
옆차기, 옆차기,
courtesy phrases. Thank you.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
You're welcome.
천만에요. 천만에요.
Thank you, Jude. After the break, be mesmerized and captivated by our last segment, which is tagged as Proudly Pinoy. This is Normalista Sports Patrol.
Sangkay, pwede ba kitang kukudanay? Mamasyada halubay, nilanduha. Pwede ba makaakbay? Sangkay, pwede ba kitang duha magkatagay? Tutuha magsaysay, sunsunan nga tay. Kita mabuhay, hintay. Sangkay, pwede ba kita makahigmaay? Ako imutatagpiyaw, ikaw magiging ako. Sakay taping naabat, tirigod lang. Ito ka nagbubuto-buto. Kung nakita ka Sangkay, hasit ihol kitan mong isambay. Isla ka dahilay, ang gamot magkabutay. Hinay magsiglatay. Sangkay, pwede ba kita magkahigugmaay? Ako imutatagpiyan, ikaw magiging ako. Sangkay ka kinaabat, dirigod na habang mamit ako ba nagbubuto-buto. Kung nakita ka pero kay barkadang lating pagkilala. Hindi nga tao nga tangkod nga nahigugma. Nadana ba't kahasta, ako ay maasa. Sangkay ako garing kinakapoy na. Sangkay, pwede ba kita magkahigugmaay? Ako ay magtatagpiyaw, ikaw magiging ako. Sangkay ka kinaabat, dirigula araw mamit ako ba nagbubuto-buto. Sangkay, pwede ba kita magkahigugmaay? Ako imutatagpiyaw, ikaw magiging ako. Sangkay ka kinaabat, dirigula araw mamit ako ba nagbubuto-buto. Nakita ka imo
Normalista students demonstrate the basic skills and foundation forms of Taekwondo. This is Proudly Pinoy. Erica Nena Barbaza, give it a shot.
Yes, Leona. So what's up, Normalistas? In this point, we already know that the Leyte Normal University is currently active in teaching physical activities and sports such as Taekwondo. So today we are going to interview the famous Mr. Gerald Dasmariñas, an instructor at Leyte Normal University and the coach of their Taekwondo team. We already also know that Leyte Normal University has won several awards in sports and competitions, especially in Taekwondo. We are going to ask him, Mr. Gerald, how do you feel when you know that you help your students learn Taekwondo?
It feels so happy and incredible because they trust me. They trust the process, and because of that, they achieve what they want to achieve, and that is to win the game.
So, okay, Mr. Gerald. So, next question. How do you feel when your students win many competitions in Taekwondo?
As a Taekwondo instructor, it is my duty to help and teach them to be able to increase their confidence level, discipline, respect to themselves and other people. It is also a pleasure to see them achieving their goals as my students.
Thank you, Mr. Gerald, for that very, very active participation. So next, we are going to ask two of the students. One, the rookie who have just started training for Taekwondo, and next, the veteran who from elementary to college still playing Taekwondo. So we are going to ask first Mr. Ian Carl Batulan, the rookie. Mr. Ian, why is it important to know the basic fundamental skill in Taekwondo?
In my 2 months of training, the benefits of learning basic fundamental skills of Taekwondo is a total learning activity. Lessons are tolerated to your age and skills level. Your skills begins by practicing basic patterns and form, board breaking, kicking, blocking, striking, and punching. These fundamental skills increase your physical condition, flexibility, balance, and mental acumen. Taekwondo develops your physical athletic abilities and self-awareness and improve the person's capabilities in self-defense.
Thank you, Mr. Ian, for sharing your knowledge. I know that it is really very inspiring for a rookie like you to share your knowledge to the people out there or the Taekwondo aspirants that are watching right now. So next, we are going to ask Mr. Florian Martinez, the veteran or from elementary to college still playing Taekwondo and has really won several gold medals in this field. So I'm going to ask Mr. Florian, what are the benefits that you gained when you started playing or training for Taekwondo? Thank you for that, Mr. Florian Martinez. So in this point, the Leyte Normal University students are going to show you guys the basic skills in Taekwondo. I hope you learned something from this. Please enjoy.
starting something like he think he's the man. You know we can't stand by, let you do what you want. We got the call, got the order, coming ready or not. Whatever the threat, man-made or supernatural, extraterrestrial, home or international, we won't discriminate, whatever your name. No, we won't hesitate to bring it like a hurricane.
Thank you so much. This has been Erica Nana Barbaza from the Normalista Sports Patrol. Back to you, Leona. Thank you, Erica. After this live reporting, witness the foundation forms of Taekwondo. Once again, our has Taekwondo chronology at Asia Museum, exclusive. Equipments of Taekwondo, live reveal. List of institutions of Taekwondo around the world. Taekwondo uniform classifications, exclusive. And for Proudly Pinoy, Normalista students demonstrate the basic skills of Taekwondo. I am Mary Leona Luz A. Cabo, your anchor for today. And this is your trusted program on TV, broadcasting the reality. Normalista Sports Patrol, signing off.